Now, what are you gonna do? Shit done got real quick out in this piece. They got real quick. Now, what are you gonna do? What's going on? Things that got real out here. Foxy girl, these nuts locked down in Motown. Yeah, man. That's why I'm coming to you guys. I'm asking a question now. Now, what are you going to do? Now, what are you going to do? You see, we sitting here. I decided to make this quick impromptu video. Are you liking the new camera setup? Got the whole cinematic feel. Lockdown in San Francisco, but you're at work. Lockdown in Miami. Everybody, I want you to do me a favor. Put your city where you're locked down at. What is the lockdown city you're in? He said, I'm still trying to get my 60 hours a week, job not closed. Hillrod, my dog. What's going on, my friend? Blessings from Detroit. I predict Corona. Hey, man, you know what I predict? I predict the CIA men are going to come out of this thing like gang freaking busters. I predict my boys are going to come out of this thing swinging for the fences. We got Toronto in the house. Detroit. Three Detroit brothers, 313 repping. All right. So what I need you guys to do is hit the like button. Oakland in the house. Before I get started, I'm gonna ask you guys a quick question. Check out the look and feel of this particular picture profile, the way the scene looks, the overall texture of it, the overall feel of it. I want to know what you think. Do you like this one? Or I'm gonna change it to something else. I'm gonna change it to another one. Check this out. Notice how the scene's about to change. Hold on. All right. Now the entire feel is about to change in 3, 2, 1. Change. You see how that happened? Drop the exposure down a little bit on there. See how that happened? All right. Now you can actually see a completely different, just the overall feel of this thing just changed. Your feng shui is on point. So, do you like the first one, which looks kind of like cinematic, like a movie, or do we like this one? This one right here feels a little bit more like, a little bit brighter. So, what you gonna do now? Especially in the playback. And why do I want to do this video? Because this is the perfect time to decide to do something different. Perfect time to decide to do something different. You're at home. The world's on lockdown. You don't know what's going to happen for the next 2-3 weeks. Let me see somebody in the chat room. I saw Hill Rods in here. I know what Hill Rod's going to be doing. Frontline barbers. Frontline. Are you a barber? Seriously. What I need you guys to do is I need you to write what your profession is in the chat room, and I'll be right back. Write down your profession, guys. All right, let's see. Frontline is a barber. I need to know what you guys are doing. What you do for a living. Uh, Rob J. He's an accountant, quality engineer, barber. Let me talk to my barbers real quick. If I was a barber right now, if I'm a barber in Las Vegas, you know what I'd be learning how to do? Especially if I'm a black man, I'd be learning how to put in the man unit. I talked to my barber here. I learned how to put that. I'd be learning right now in the house how to put them man weaves on. Right. Because you can sit there and make $20, $25 per cut. And it take you $20 per cut, it take you 30 cuts to make $600. But you install one man weave unit and it's $600. The guy who's gonna come get that done is damn sure gonna let you cut it for him. It's a higher end customer. See, truck driver, information analyst. If this dude says he's a legal proofwriter, cinematographer, if I were you, I'd add copywriting to my skill set. I'll be damned if I let this time go by and I'm not gaining some skills. Security guard, you got a lot of free time. Recovery hunter. I'm gonna tell you right now, what you're about to start seeing is the decline of manual labor. When people go back after this thing drops, companies are going to end up right sizing their businesses. A lot of people are going to go back and they're going to find out their jobs have been replaced. If I were out there right now, I would be learning a skill. You know what made me think about this? I talked about Magic City Monday last night, right? In my respect for the stripper, the high-end exotic dancers. I don't want to say strippers. I want to call them the dancers and the escorts. Got a lot of respect for those women. But you know, if I were, and I on my Instagram, I dropped knowledge talking about how if I were a young dude right now, I would be all over DoorDash and Uber Eats between 4 and 9 o'clock, Monday through Friday. Between 4 and 9 o'clock, you can make $100, $150. That's anywhere from $500 to $750 cash. I'd be all over. Well, even if you cut it in half, a couple of $300 a month, I'd be all over DoorDash and Uber Eats. If you're not working with a coach or a consultant right now, you're out of your fucking mind. Don't try to do it for free. See, a lot of times, see Sean, see Hillrod, see what a lot of dudes right now they'll do is they'll say, I'm off, right? So I'll just get on YouTube and I'll try to search around and find a cheap way of getting all the knowledge versus go ahead and get in that pocket, run that credit card and book an hour with a pro. You're wasting time. But let me tell you this, come out of this thing with a new skill. Remember I made the video talk about unleash your inner artist? Unleashing your inner artist. Y'all see the new camera over there. I told you these exotic dancers and these escorts, they bought all the little conversion cards. I told you take up photography. This is a perfect time to whip out a camera and start learning how to take photos better, learning how to make videos better, and then learn how to edit better. You should come out of this thing knowing how to use Photoshop or Premiere Pro at least a basic level. That is something you can charge for. Understand what I'm saying? Sorry, I work with DoorDash, Uber Eats, underpaid so much, I wouldn't recommend it. Bullshit. Hey, man. I'm sorry, bro. I work, and I don't mean to insult you, okay? When I worked at Outback, there were people who'd make $20 a shift, and there were people who make $150 a shift. It's just because you drive and deliver the food, are you doing more than just dropping it off? Are you providing any service? I don't care what Uber Eats pays you. I'm talking about the tips, the TIPS, not the money you get from Uber Eats or DoorDash. The way in which you handle somebody, because I tell you, when somebody brings me some food and how they approach me, how they handle it, is the difference between 15% and 50%. In my neighborhood, people are handing out $20 tips, $50 tips. So sorry, there's a way to always make money. And I'm not talking about the paycheck. Walking out, I'm literally studying right now, learning videography game. Right now, I want to teach myself how to play piano. Well, you need a piano right now. See, Mr. Allen, don't teach yourself. Why are you going to teach yourself, man? Okay, guys, why would you teach yourself? You're a horrible instructor. Let me say this again, Mr. Allen. Why would you teach yourself, fam? You're a horrible instructor. You think you can teach you Northern Shaolin Kung Fu, or do you think I can teach you? You can watch all the videos you want, but if you don't know how to make an eagle claw and don't understand that you need to be able to grasp an egg with these pressure points and not crack it, if you don't understand how the eagle claw needs to fall down on the particular nerve, you won't know what you're looking for. Books, courses, supplements. You are a horrible teacher. So teaching yourself is a sure way to fail and wasting time. Let's talk about it. Uppity Unicorn. What up, nice guy? I got something for you. See, the beautiful thing about it, a lot of times women, I love it when they think you're a nice guy. See, get on, Uppity. Let's talk to some of the ladies. See, here's what I'm going to tell you right now. I talked about how right now women are resetting how they look at stuff. Bottom line, you know what I talk about: confident, intelligent, and assertive. I need to see the A part right now. I need to see the A. I need to see my dudes out here asserting. I need you to be assertive and aggressive right now. I don't need you to be scared. I don't need you to be fearful. I need you to get out here and hustle. I need you to get out here and make some shit shake. I don't care if you're going DoorDash and Uber Eats. I don't give a damn. I don't care what you're doing. I need you out here making it happen while everybody else is doing like this. What does it do? It's going to increase your confidence in yourself because you're not sitting back waiting for shit to happen. You're making it happen. Nobody likes a scared man. Make right choices, but you have to learn how to conquer fear. The difference between men who are massively successful and the men who could have been successful is the ability to manage fear. That's why I'm always telling you guys, push, push, push. This is the time where you do it. When everybody takes off at the end of the year for the holidays, when I was in sales, I would double my efforts. I'd add at least 4 hours to my workday. Why? Everybody's on vacation. Who's still at the business when everybody's on vacation? The decision maker and the owners. All the people put in place between me to filter me out, they're gone. And if I show up at 7 o'clock on Christmas Eve or 7 o'clock the day after Christmas to the owner's business, what does he think? This dude is out here hustling. He sees something that he respects. And a guy who normally wouldn't take my phone call will have a meeting with me. Y'all better understand something. He said, my main obstacle is that I own equipment and studio infrastructure, rent out for no, hit me up. Get on, let's talk about it. Ask a consultant. It's the time. Ask a consultant. Right now, if you're a woman out here trying to determine what kind of dude you need to get with, I'm gonna tell you right now, you want to get with one of my boys, one of my confident, intelligent, and assertive, because we're gonna show you how it's done. Because you could be a nice guy, but I got 3 black belts. I can take care of myself hand to hand for sure. I've already talked about 3 shotguns. Uh, come over here if you want to. You ain't gonna make it back. If the shotguns, the Glock, the Beretta don't get you, the 3 blades I carry on me, the katana, will catch you. Please believe I'm good. And if something happens and I have nothing on it, I guarantee you, 8 out of 10 men I run up on, I'm not worried. That's the ability to know how to fight and defend yourself and survive. That's why you look at men who can handle conflict, who are not afraid, men who know how to handle themselves. This is where a lot of guys, you're going to have to take this time. Now life is giving you a real challenge. It's giving you a virus. It shut the world down. Are you a man? Fuck your degrees. Fuck all of, are you a man? Can you survive? Can you make some shit shake? Or are you sitting back waiting to be taken care of? This is a crucial point in time for a lot of men. This is a crucial point in time for a lot of men. See, do not let this time go by without you coming out not learning or improving. I talked about Photoshop. If you know Photoshop, good. Go learn what's the one for the Mac? Final Cut Pro. You know how many people are becoming content creators right now who are starting to run an Instagram account or a YouTube and they're not gonna have time? You know how many side jobs you can pick up on your own version of Fiverr? Man, please. Please. That's what I'm talking about. How do you recommend learning Photoshop? Well, I'm a contradict what I just said. YouTube is a great resource. Start right now. Start right now looking on YouTube, but actually on YouTube, you can find people right now who are teaching Photoshop. See, normally, if you to learn Photoshop at a high level, you'd have to go do a 1-day class, and it costs you anywhere from $800 to $1,500, maybe $2,000. Find someone virtually teaching a class. The problem is most guys don't want to learn. You can go learn it, then you got to do something with it. There are a lot of website tutorials and things. They can teach you some basics, but what I need you to be able to do is I want you to be able to learn something beyond the basic level. I want you to increase your skills. Udemy, I would rather go to Teachable or Skillshare. So what am I doing while I'm here? Well, my workout is in the backyard. I'm doing my forms. I'm doing my katas, my forms. I don't practice my weapons forms out so anybody can see me because I don't want people to know what I do. I can't run or ride like I normally, but I have a stationary bike, so I'm keeping my wind up. My business is because I would say my business is thriving because here's the thing. Guys who normally are working from 7 to 7, now they got time. It is a perfect time to start working with a coach or something like this. But I want y'all to talk about now what you're going to do. Let's talk about it. Now what you're going to do. Yeah, dude buying up everything downtown. Okay. No, you can learn it for free. All right. Let me go ahead and knock this down. Sketch one. How much do you charge so you could learn it for free? This is one thing I got to talk to my brothers about. If you watch my show for any length of time, you know the one thing anyone will come on and say is that we do not pay for knowledge. The stuff that you can learn for free is not high value skills. What you can learn for free, you can just do some simple, basic stuff. You can make spaghetti. You can make spaghetti, which means water, noodles, canned sauce. And if you decide you like meatballs, you can go get some meat. You can eat that. But if you know somebody who really knows how to make spaghetti, they make pasta. They know how different ways to make pasta. They make their sauce from scratch. They use fresh herbs, fresh seasonings. They use a certain kind of pork, maybe a certain sausage. There's a difference. You guys got to get past trying to get stuff for free. Thank you, Michael. You got to get past trying to get it for free. We got to get to the point to where, well, here's the thing. And even when the truth of the matter is, I used this example before. I used to, when I was still doing tournaments and fighting on the tournament circuit, you could always tell the guys who really knew martial arts and they didn't, because a lot of guys could go watch people, watch tapes, watch videos, and they could fake it. They even looked like they knew something. But you know what, Michael? You know what told the truth? When we got in the ring, and had to fight, then you knew who the real martial artist was. There was always guys who came to these tournaments and they want to compete in the forums and everything else. When it came time to fight, they leave because they ain't real. What's good, man? The subject tonight is what you're going to do now. The subject tonight is what you're going to do now. Don't leave this time without adding new skills that are going to either benefit you in your personal life or your professional life. Something that's really going to move the needle. Not just something that, what I'm not talking about is not just wasting some time. I'm talking about really learn something that you can actually put on your resume and say, I'm certified in this. I know how to do that. By the way, today's fragrance, Tom Ford effing fucking fabulous. Been rocking this all day long. Went to my little restaurant to grab me a little something to eat. Killing the game. Love that stuff. Oh, speaking of which, you guys like the new setup? We're going to oftentimes the book behind here is going to change. I love that I have my art easel. This is where I actually draw and paint. I'm not that good at it, but I still like to do it from time to time. You know, I talk about I got my camera over there. I'm not kidding. Uh-oh. Oh man. I had the camera on in this Joker. The battery ran down. That's one, that's two. The third one is over there. Oh yeah. For real. I'm going to improve my skills. You see the lighting and all, you got to constantly be improving for yourself. You got to constantly be improving for yourself. My new book came in today. Oh, this Joker right here is heavy. It's good to sit right there on my office table when you come in. God dog. I plan on sharpening my presentation skills with PowerPoint, Excel, and Teams. There you go. That's it. Sharpen those skills. Now, the camera over there is not on my slider. But yeah, man. See, zoom a little in. Whoop. Zoom out. What you gonna do now? What are you going to do now? I will also say this, that if you guys notice, the live streams are starting to drop. YouTube is not promoting live streaming like they were before. You know why? They're not making any money off of it. They can't run ads on it. So YouTube is slowing down the amount of live streams, how they promote live streams. So if for people who thought they were gonna just sit in the house and watch YouTube all day, mm-mm. So, I mean, enable DVR. Viewers will be able to seek up to 12 hours back when you're streaming. No, that's all right. So what I will do is I'll answer some questions. What I will do is I will answer some questions. If you need some ideas about what to do during this time, hit me up. Ask. I will do my best to give you an opinion. Here we go. If you have any questions, I'll give about 15 minutes. I will do my best. I honestly never thank you for getting me out of sneaks and in the quality shoes. Appreciate it, fam. Hit me up on Instagram. Send me some of them pictures, man. This is the time for guys to really try something different. I mean, right now, honestly, for the guy who said he wanted to learn piano, if you had a piano, try it. What do you have in your house? You got a guitar? Do something. Don't just sit in the house all day. Hell, you got fragrances? Get better at smelling fragrances. Start a YouTube channel and give us your opinion on them. What's going on? You don't have your microphone on, so I can't hear you. You don't have your microphone on, so I can't hear you. What you got for me?
Hey.
Hey, what do you got for me? Yeah, what do you got for me?
I'd just like to thank you, first of all, for the content that you're putting out. It's really helping us out a lot, sir.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Where are you at? What part of the world are you in?
I'm in South Africa.
Okay. And what are you doing during this this pandemic time?
Well, actually, I've been upgrading my skills in mobile app development.
Okay.
And I'm just towards the end of building a media platform where people will be able to stream video, upload their own ebooks. It's going to be like an alternative media platform. So, like, for example, you've got your own base growing. So I just need to do small things like integrate payments. So it'll be almost like Patreon, but more tailored towards like a handheld experience on mobile phones. So yeah, that's what I'm doing currently.
So it's going to be like an alternative to YouTube?
Yeah, basically what Google did is they open sourced the YouTube video player, so you can integrate that into your player, and yeah, that's what I'm working on now.
Well, you know, people have been looking for an alternative to YouTube. As long as you're doing something. Now, is this what you do for a living?
Yeah, so I freelance as well. So I build apps on the side. So I'm looking for something that's more lucrative in terms of get that critical mass and sell ads basically on platforms, because there is
that's gonna always be the variable. Even if you have the most awesome platform, going out and getting ad revenue, do you know when do you have at least a target list of companies that you would like to approach?
Yeah, what I've done is I've approached talent management agencies. So what you find now is Instagram, like social media. There's a lot of noise on social media, so you don't find a lot of large corporations advertising on
Mm-hmm.
social media. So they opt for cleaner media like a magazine or so. So what we're
Mm-hmm.
looking into doing is building these platforms where certain like target specific markets engage on. So once that like you said, once that critical mass gets hit, then we can start speaking to your large corporations into bringing campaigns and endorsements onto the platform. So that's
Mm-hmm.
more of a long-term strategy.
Well, there you go, man. It is always going to be, it always comes down to sales. Every business comes down to sales.
Yeah, true. Because funny enough, I used to like do waitering and a lot of like front end customer jobs, but
Mm-hmm.
I found that the income I was making wasn't satisfactory. So I built the skill of computer programming, and
Mm-hmm.
now what I've noticed is I've got the ability to go and actually interface with clients on the front end and deliver the product, whereas a lot of programmers can't do the sales aspect of the business, and they end up losing quite a chunk of the income, whereas I've got this ability to sell the product and build it, so it gives me an edge in
Mm.
the economy.
I would say partnering with smart partnering with small, well, getting advertised revenue, it's always chicken or egg. A lot of people try to go out and get content creators on the platform so they can say we got this much traffic, and
Mhm.
then they go out and try to secure advertisers. What's going to be the draw to get people to actually use your network versus the ones that are already out there?
Well, basically, the model I'm working with is so I'm in South Africa, so our media industry is like think of like the whole country, like Atlanta in a way. So
Mm-hmm.
the reason why I approached talent agencies is that they're in like a middle ground where they're not getting the revenue that they'd like to get from the Instagram and the
Mm-hmm.
social media influencing. So what I suggested is that if we can, or what I'm doing is building a platform where they're talent will be able to put up content on, which is exclusive. And we've got all the back end analytics and databases, which now the brands will be able to monitor the engagement off of, which isn't as clear, or it's clearer than what you get off of the social media. Because, like we said, there's a lot of noise on social media. So, like Cardi B can post something and someone else can post something, but Cardi B will always take a preference,
Right.
whereas on our platform it's no noise is on it, so it's just content and specific content. So if it's fashion, then it'll just be fashion and so forth. So there's no extra noise and touring and Instagram drama. There's none of that. So it's digital content but clean, and it's a noise free platform, if you could put it like that.
Well, hey man, drop the link down in the description, man. I'd love to see how that one turns out. But thank you for calling in, man. Appreciate it.
No, I appreciate it. I'll stay into your channel, and once I get these revenues, I need to start donating to you and paying for the service that you do.
Thank you, my friend. Peace
Take
out.
care.
All right. Remove it. So, guys, here's the thing. The world's in flux. The ultimate point I need you guys to remember is now is the time to focus like a laser on you. Personal development. Make sure you're coming out doing something. My plan is still intact at the moment. I have full-time employment and my debt reduction is in schedule. I'm on pace to pay off another 5K in debt by the end of the year. Okay. Anthony says this is the time to focus on yourself, work out at home on a regular basis. For certain changes coming, we need to, hey man, see, that's the difference. I think a lot of it depends on, some people think this is going to be over quickly. I don't care how long you think this is going to last. Take advantage of it. You've done all the preparation, you've done all the stocking up. Just come out of this as a better man. That's all I'm saying. Come out of it as a better man. And I always say men are judged on our accomplishments. Hashtag show your work. This is the time to work. Think of it this way. Back when you were in grade school, and I'm going to drop the screen after this. Shout out Alpha Kingdom. Think about when you were back in high school, right? And you'd go the whole school year, right? And you go for the summer. I used to love going back to school. Why? Because you'd always want to go back to school and see the new girls, see who changed. My freshman year, I left school. I was 5'1" my freshman year in May. I came back to school in August. I was 5'9". I grew 8 inches over the summer, and then I grew an additional 1.5 inches during the fall of that year. So I need you to understand, in May, I was 5'11 and 5'1", and by December, I'm almost 6 feet. I developed a condition that was called Osgood Slaughters or something. I used to would walk and my knees would give out because I grew so quickly. I had bone spurs because I grew so quickly, and little shards of bone were in my tendons, so my legs would give out. But can you imagine what my friends who I wasn't in their neighborhood, they left and I was 5'1", and I came back and I'm 8 inches taller? Think about all my clothes. I had to get all new clothes. I was a whole new person. I want you to put yourself in that mindset to realize, remember you left school and you came back and Keisha was like, wow. And then the new girl came over, or your boy had been working out your boy had been working out all summer and he came back ripped. Take this time when ain't nobody watching. Come out, be your best, man. Be your best. Appreciate it, Afi. Do that for yourself, man. Do that for yourself. Personal life, professional life. I look at it all as the same. You have to put yourself as the number one player in your own game. You need to make yourself your top priority. And when you put yourself as the star of your own show, you'll start treating yourself better, start valuing yourself more, and things will fall in line from there. I got to get out of here, guys. It's after midnight. I just want to do this real quick. Shout out to the CIA. One love to the FBI. Till the next time, deuces.